Hey guys, what's up? It's Samantha, and today I am filming a memory keeping spread for the third week in January featuring this older Scribble Prince Co. kit that I'm pretty sure was called Belle. It's kind of like a fairy tale, got some Beauty and the Beast vibes going on in there. So I decided to pull in Scribble Prince Co. Rose Gold, and then because I'm gonna live life on the edge, I also pulled in other shops Rose Gold. Normally, if I do Rose Gold, I do one or the other, but I just decided to do it kind of like a mixed metal spread and just try it out because I've always been very picky about Rose Gold's matching. So I kind of just did this like it was a mixed metal spread. And plus I originally was just going to do the Scribble Prince Co. Rose Gold in this. And then I realized I had the Bloomsicle washi that matched this kit. Like the clip art on the washi is the same as this kit, and that is in the more coppery metallic rose gold, kind of rose gold, where Scribble Prince Co. is more of a matte pink foil color. So I just decided to YOLO and go with both. Sorry if you can hear the snow plow in the background. It snowed a bunch today, and the plows have been running up and down the streets all afternoon. So can't really avoid it, and I want to get this voiceover done with this afternoon. So basically putting down the foundation of this kit was a hot mess. A lot of times when I go to use older Scribble Prince Co. kits and they don't have all the pieces parts that I normally use for my foundation, I tend to not really know what I'm doing. So this is just me all over the place. Plus I forgot I wanted to put down a day extender there because I had so much going on Tuesday. I couldn't get that down straight. I put my full boxes in the wrong place. So I was trying to get stuff kind of evenly distributed. I don't know that I really achieved that, but it is what it is. I kind of put stuff down and then realized I put some full boxes in the wrong place after I'd already done it, and I just didn't want to pull everything up. So we went with it, and I ended up again doing date covers on the top, which I did I didn't do deco 2 weeks ago, but I did date covers because the deco with this kit was a bunch of bigger pieces, so there weren't those little small pieces that make it easier to do deco, and the top space on the Aura Estelle is a little bit smaller than the top space on the Erin Condren, so having big deco pieces is just harder to work with. So I just went with the date covers in the kit and used the Scribble Prince Co. Rose Gold date dots, date squares, whatever they're called. And then this is me struggle bussing real hard, trying to figure out my sidebar, trying to play around with washi. I thought I was just going to do that bow confetti washi overlay tape on the top, and then I decided I thought that looked kind of stupid, so then I tried to cut the washi tape while it was on the page and undo the bottom so that I could use this gorgeous book washi, which then I also realized I put down upside down. I was really just struggling hardcore with this, and the thing is, I did this really far in advance. I was like, I don't want this to be stressful. I'm really trying to be more timely with Plan With Me's, get them up on Monday, Tuesday of the following week for memory keeping, and I think I did this last weekend. Like I might have done this this was either Sunday or Monday. So a week in advance for this spread. No rush, nothing going on. Still took me a ridiculous amount of time to get this figured out. None of this is going to stay where it is. All of this is coming up. I was so all over the place with this. I do like how it turned out. I do struggle when I use older Scribble Prince Co. kits to have enough pieces parts for how I plan now. I ended up using a lot of little things and strips of the solid colored washi and all that kind of fun stuff, but I really feel like I've taken for granted how many labels, fancy labels there are in the new kits, and then with the label sampler and all of that fun stuff. I just forgot how nice it is to have all of those things when you're planning. But on the bottom here, I just decided to use all of the other washies that I didn't use. Like on the bottom, I guess I used one on the bottom washi, and then I used the other ones there on the side. Does that make sense? And then I just did two half boxes, the two squared off half boxes on the side. And then my camera battery died while I was doing this, and so I had to, or something cut off, I don't know, but it cut off while I was in the middle of trying to undo and all of that. So we're almost out of the woods here with this very hot mess, trying to figure out where stuff is going to go spread. So I got my weekend banner down, so it's almost done. And then at this point I looked at the deco and I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to make this look attractive because all of the pieces were just so big. So I was so fried that I didn't even want to try to put something together with the deco. So I just was like, we're keeping it simple. We're going with the date covers. And then I thought it looked weird having that white space at the top. I did order the Scribble Prince Co. tiny month scripts because I thought that would be nice to put up there sometimes to fill in that space. There goes the snowplow again. So I just put some washi up there to kind of visually not have that white square in the corner. So then I just put overlays down on all of the boxes. I used some twinkle ones. I used some like just plain lines. I used some of the bow box line things. I don't remember what they're called, but the new bow that Andrea just released within the last few weeks. And then I did twinkle and rose gold bows. So I just did the rose gold bows over the blue headers, and then everything else got the twinkle headers, which I've been doing more often. Or if I have like a matte wiggle that I'm pulling in, I'll do the bows. I'll switch out the bow matte wiggle headers for one of the colors on the glitter headers and do that instead. I kind of like the look of that. So it's nice. I feel like sometimes when you have all bows all the way across, it can be a little much, but just having that pop on one of the colors looks kind of cool. So on the sidebar, I marked two things. So this week I felt a lot more like me. I feel like my flare is ending. I've had a lot more energy. I felt like myself. So I used this Belle sticker from Papershire to mark that I felt more like me, A, because it matched the kit, and B, because I'm kind of just like Belle anyways, working in a library, reading books all the time. And then the other thing I marked on my sidebar was that it is Joe and I, it was our 5-year wedding anniversary this week. So of course I wanted to mark that. So on Monday, I woke up and was making my coffee, and my Alexa show was like, oh, you're working at 8:30. So it's like 7:50 at this point. And it said I had a meeting at 8:30. And I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? What meeting is this? I didn't get any reminders. Oh my gosh. And it had gotten moved to February because the previous meeting had gotten bumped forward a month. So they moved this one, and I hadn't changed it in the calendar because I missed the last meeting because it was in the middle of my lupus flare. So I was panicking that I needed to be somewhere. I needed to leave my house in 10 minutes, and I hadn't showered or anything. So that was a great way to start the day. And then I went and got Taco Bell breakfast on my way to work. I worked just my normal 9 to 5. And then I used a Paper and Milk Maru sticker to mark that I was just feeling so much better. I was feeling like myself. I had more energy. I wasn't hurting. It was just really nice to go to work and feel like me and be able to get stuff done. And then there was really awful traffic on the way home. It was actually really funny. I was stuck in this long line of cars, and the car in front of me turned into a shady random parking lot to loop around, and I just followed her and did the exact same thing. And we made eye contact, and both of us just started laughing like, we're getting out of here, we're going somewhere else, like we're not getting on the highway this way. So I ended up looping to get out of downtown, just like looping back around to go a different way and go back roads and not take the highway. But I was just really frustrated with how bad the traffic was. And then we ordered pizza that night for dinner, and I just read all night. So then Tuesday, I actually had taken the day as a vacation day to go get my hair cut down in Columbus. So Tuesday really early in the morning, Joe woke me up on accident, but at 6:30 in the morning, it felt real intentional. And I just had this 2 minutes of complete and total rage. I was still like half asleep, and I was like, why do you keep waking me up? And I was like really emotional, and I don't normally get super angry like that. I think it was just because it startled me so much when it woke me up, and I needed to mark my rage with another Mario. I used a lot of paper and milk stickers because her colorway and Paper Shire too, their colorways matched this kit really well. So I just pulled in all the Marus, all the Paper and Shire, cute little things. So then after I fell back asleep, I slept in and then woke up and pretty much just threw on leggings, like showered real quick, threw on leggings and drove down to Columbus for a hair appointment. I listened to my audiobook in the car pretty much the entire way down. I had my hair cut and colored, and then on the way back north, I got off at Polaris to return a bunch of stuff to Madewell because the closest Madewell to me is up at Beechwood Place, which is closer to Cleveland, and I figured if I was going to be out in Columbus anyways and I was going to have to drive past the Polaris exit, I might as well just go to Polaris. And I used to work at Polaris, so I know the mall, like it's easy for me to get in and out. And then when I came home, I had all this energy. It was so nice to feel like myself. I felt like Superwoman. So I came home and cleaned and tidied a bunch of stuff, like dry Swiffered the floors downstairs and dusted a bunch of stuff, like took everything off the piano and dusted the piano and dusted some baseboards and did a lot of cleaning things that I'd kind of been putting off or stuff that I hadn't had the energy to do that wasn't like a critical hygiene cleanliness, like having clean toilets or a clean kitchen sink kind of thing. So I did a lot of that, put a bunch of stuff away. I decluttered a bunch of stuff, took stuff out to the garbage. We got a new recycling bin, a bigger recycling bin, trash can thing for our kitchen because it's in this weird place under a counter overhang, so it can't have a lid that opens. So we found one with an open top that was taller. That was really nice. So I switched all that out. Took a bunch of stuff out. It was just really nice, made a good dinner. And because I was already home, it was on the table basically like 10 minutes after Joe walked in the door, which was really nice. I never get to do that. And then I just chilled out, had some me time. And then I went to bed real early on Tuesday. So Wednesday was trash day and I woke up and I unloaded the dishwasher and I tried to make thumbnails and I uploaded a bunch of my videos that I still haven't posted, like my flip throughs, because I'm struggling to get good pictures for my thumbnails. I'm having issues with white balance on my new camera. The walls upstairs in my upstairs area are blue and I'm having issues with it overcorrecting and making like stuff gets really dark. And then if I try to white balance manually, like on my editing thing, everything starts to look really orange because my desktop is off white. So I'm just having issues with not being able to get white balance. I never had issues like this with thumbnails before. So I spent way too long trying to do this and then gave up and did not get any thumbnails. But I planned and then I did some cleaning stuff and ran a load of laundry on Wednesday morning. I mopped the floors upstairs. I'm always like worried, like, oh, I need to move every single thing off the floor and it needs to be perfect. And I was like, I'm just going to let go of perfection. The floors need to be mopped and I'm just going to mop like the main walkways and stuff and the main areas of the bathroom and like not worry about moving every single cart and chair and thing, like just pick up the major stuff and mop and, you know, gotta let go of that perfectionism. There were new SPC releases. I worked 12 to 8 and then I just read Wednesday night. I was reading Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw, which I loved. It was like all of the things I love in a book, super atmospheric and chilly and wintry. So I read all of that Wednesday night. I started while I was on desk at work and then just finished it as soon as I came home. I only had like 80 pages left or something when I got home. Thursday, I was moving pretty slow when I woke up. It's just hard for me when I still need, even when I'm feeling better, more sleep than I ever needed before in my life. So it's hard for me when I work late to like get up and get going the next morning. So Thursday, I was just moving slow. I ended up working 9:20 to 3:35 because I had a therapy appointment in the afternoon. But I did run through the Taco Bell drive-thru again. I was just trash for Taco Bell this week, apparently. And I had a phone meeting for a community group that I'm a part of at 10:30. And then I had my therapy appointment and came home, did planning, just chilled out. And then Joe and I started watching that Aaron Hernandez documentary on Netflix. And so we watched the first episode on Thursday night. Neither one of us are football fans, but it was just a really interesting look at that whole thing. So I was kind of like, oh yeah, like I remember something about this happening, but I didn't really remember the details. And it's just, the whole thing's wild. So I really enjoyed the documentary. It's just 3 episodes, so it's a fast watch. Then Friday was our 5-year wedding anniversary, and it was also my father-in-law's birthday. I've talked about this before, but we booked the wedding venue for the 17th, and then Joe was like, oh, wait, I think that's my dad's birthday, like after we booked the venue. But my father-in-law didn't care. We sang happy birthday to him at our wedding. So I worked 9 to 4. I took an hour of vacation to come home and get ready, like wash my hair and put on makeup and look cute, put on a dress, because we had a date night. We had reservations at the Melting Pot, which was kind of like a hike away. So I wanted to make sure we had plenty of time to drive and get there. And our HelloFresh also got delivered, but it was nice to get all dolled up and put on a dress. I haven't worn a dress in months, so it was really nice just to feel cute and pretty, and I have no idea what I'm doing there. But yeah, we had a really wonderful time. We were there for like almost 4 hours, I think. Every time we go, we just end up sitting and talking and taken our time eating the ridiculous amounts of food that we burn through. So, yeah, it was just a lot of fun, a really good date night. We hadn't been out to eat in months because of me not feeling well. So that was something we talked about, that we need to go on more date nights. And even if I'm flaring, doing something like intentional at home, whether we get takeout or whatever, to spend that quality time together. But it was just a really nice anniversary. And then we came home and both were just so full. We passed out like within, I think, a half an hour of getting home. We were both asleep. And then Saturday, I slept in past noon. I slept for like over 12, I think, I got like over 12 hours of sleep. It was insane. I was so tired. So Joe went and did a Walmart pickup, which technically happened before I woke up. I was so out of it. I'm normally a really light sleeper. I slept through him leaving the house, going to get groceries, coming home, bringing all the groceries in and putting everything in the fridge. Keeping in mind our bedroom is on the first floor and only like maybe the door to our bedroom's maybe 10 or 15 feet away from the fridge. I would never sleep. I slept through that like nothing. And I woke up at like almost 1 o'clock and was like, oh, Joe, did you get the Walmart order? And he's like, yeah, everything's in the fridge. I put everything away. It was just funny. So then I made coffee and watched YouTube, and then I had a nail appointment at 3. I booked it a little earlier than I normally do, just because I wanted to like get it done earlier in the day so I could have like a bigger chunk of time in the afternoon to do some planning and filming stuff. So I planned and filmed like a few of the days for this week. So I got my nails done in this like minty green wintry color that I really like. And then Joe and I made tea and finished watching the Aaron Hernandez Netflix thing, which was really fun. We just like snuggling on the couch with blankets and tea and just having like a really chill time after our like all of the drinks and food and everything on Saturday. We just had, or on Friday night, I mean, we both were just like, we need a chill, relaxing, like veg out night. And then Sunday, I woke up and unloaded the dishwasher, and then I just had a really chill Sunday morning. I like bounced back and forth. Like I made my coffee, I was listening to my audiobook and playing some Two Dots, and then I was listening to some stuff on YouTube and just kind of bouncing back and forth. I did some laundry, I did some cleaning stuff, and the towels and the spray bottle are from Clever Gal Crafts. And then I came upstairs and pre-planned the week ahead in my main planner. And then I also did filming for like Saturday for like getting caught up in this planner like up through Saturday and whatever, I don't remember, but I did a little bit of filming for this video. You'd think that was only yesterday. You think I'd remember what I was doing, but I did not. And then Joe and I just hung out, and then that night I listened to my audiobook, which was the new Karen McManus. I basically listened to all of that last night and had some wine and worked on my Millennium Falcon Lego. So this is the finished spread. I feel like you can tell I was feeling better because I did so much more this week. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have done this on times 300. I had so much more to talk about because I actually did things this week. Like, whoa. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you next week in my next one. Bye.